Hello, welcome to XAT. We're going to do a quick tour of the XAT Airport Flight Tracker app. This app has a number of options and we'll go through a few of them. Right now we're showing it as it comes up by default. It shows Portland Airport and shows a number of flights going in and out of it. If we want to configure this, we have a built-in configurator. All you need to do is click on the bottom bar here and the configurator comes up. You can move the configurator around if you want so you can see different things. We're going to first change the airport to Seattle, and we can see that it changes immediately. And we can also change the background map if that one's too busy. We can go to a satellite map, or we can go to a regular road map, number of different maps. Here's a very simple one, an acetate map that just shows terrain. We can also zoom out or in, so let's zoom out a little bit. Notice as we zoom out we get more and more flights and so forth. And in fact, it's looking pretty crowded now, so we're going to reduce the size of the labels a bit. Let's go down to 16. It's still pretty busy. Why don't we get rid of the labels entirely? There we go. So now you can see what it looks like. It looks like the airplanes are a bit too large, so let's go down here and reduce the size of them a bit. There's still a lot of them. What else can we do? Well, we can just say, well, we only want to see departing flights, say. So there's the departing flights. Well, now we can make it a little bit bigger. So let's make those airplanes bigger so you can see them. And in fact, we can turn the labels back on, and we can just reduce the amount of information. So let's turn off the airplane logos, get rid of the other airport. Maybe get rid of the flight delays. I don't know. Maybe we want the airline logos after all. So there we go. And maybe make the airplanes a little bit bigger. So that gives you an idea of that. We can also add weather to this. So let's add it and show the weather. You can see we have a nice little storm brewing off of Seattle here. And in fact, we can do a little animation for this. Let's move this over so we can see it. I'll add a few more frames. Let's do 5 frames of animation. And it takes a second to load those frames up. And since it does, now we have a nice little animation that repeats over and over again so you can see what's going on with the weather. We can also increase the opacity of the weather so we can see it better, or reduce it anywhere you want. Okay, and this feature down here allows us to say we only want to see certain airlines. So let's say that we only want to see Alaska and Horizon. So we would just type in the codes for Alaska and Horizon. And now that's all we have. And let's change the logo. So instead of saying XAT, it says Alaska. And how does that look? Let's hide this for a second. We can probably make the airplanes a little bit bigger. And looks pretty good. Maybe we should make the labels bigger so we can see them. If we want to, we can get carried away and make huge labels, or we can make very small ones. I think that size probably looks good. And let's go ahead and add back in the other airport so we can see where these flights are going to. And we've just configured it. If you have any questions about any of these options, you can always just click the help button here. You get a page of documentation. You can also save these options. That's explained in the documentation. And you can also go to full screen. So there we go. There's the app running full screen.